Hey, what is up everybody? This is Steve Breach coming to you here today with a review of the main event of the WWF World Tour 1990 VHS brought to you by Coliseum Home Video, direct from the WWE Network. The main event of this tape ended up being Hulk Hogan going up against Macho Man Randy Savage in a rematch from WrestleMania 5. This match came from October of 1989. I really like the way that the duo of Lord Alfred Hayes and Gorilla Monsoon played up the fact that Macho Man Randy Savage has chose to have his rematch in Paris, France, to basically have a crowd that would not be pro Hulk Hogan, that would be cheering for Macho Man as well as Hulk. They would just be happy to see the WWF come to town, and it would sort of be like a neutral site to have this match. Obviously, Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage probably had many matches between WrestleMania 5 and this match that took place in Paris. But because of the fact that it was the main event of this tape, it was played up to the max. And I believe this match even is on like Hulkamania 4 or maybe even Hulkamania 5's VHS. It's a match that I can remember from my childhood watching many times. I'm sure that I rented this tape, the World Tour, once or twice, but I know that I owned the Hulkamania tape that this match was on. A really, really good one. Of course, Hulk Hogan comes to the ring with Miss Elizabeth holding the championship belt, while Randy Savage comes. He's not yet in his king attire. He hasn't beat Hacksaw Jim Duggan to become the king of wrestling yet, but does have Sensational Sherry with him to already go in that direction where he would go on and fight against the Ultimate Warrior, in the career versus career match at WrestleMania 7. What did Savage do at 6? Did Savage have a match against Dusty Rhodes? I can't remember that one that well, but this was a really, really good match. Once they basically get into the ring, Savage is really trying to stall the match out for a while, basically saying that Elizabeth should not be in Hulk Hogan's corner. He runs over, actually grabs the microphone and yells out to the crowd that he's there and he's going to dedicate this to the most beautiful woman in the world. And then he actually dedicates the match to Sensational Sherry. Just overall, lots and lots of stalling. Hogan wants to get the match started. He's trying to get the tie-up going. But basically, Savage, it's almost like he's, just trying to stall the match out. I don't know what he's trying to stall for. At one point, he grabs a chair, and he throws it into the ring. As time just continues to talk, they tick and tick and tick and tick and talk, and no one's even touched, but the crowd is still going bananas there. Once they finally do get into the match, it really does, sort of play in to what WrestleMania 5 was, and that was a really, really good match. Basically, Sherry ends up getting involved into the match, and basically Hogan has to make her, take a bump out of the ring. Miss Elizabeth is involved in the whole thing. It's a really, really good match. Savage is doing all the heel tactics they can do. Basically, at one point, he, shrugs and does a rape of the eyes. And Hogan even, finds a way to sort of Hulk up out of that. And doesn't even want to sell for that or anything like that. It all comes down to the big part of the match, where the flying axe handle comes off at the top rope from Savage onto Hulk Hogan. Hulk powers up. At that point, of course, we're going to see the Fists of Fury followed by the big boot. Then we actually see Miss Elizabeth slap him across the face, sending Macho Man into a daze, where Hulk's going to hit the clothesline followed by a leg drop, and we get the 1, 2, 3. Besides for the fact that if you take out the stalling at the beginning part of this match, I honestly think that it's a really good one. I think that's one that you should sit through the World Tour 1990 Coliseum Home Video to check out. I thought it was a really good match, and I'm sure you guys are going to adore it too.